What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another short episode of the Diamond Experience, and today I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday. So, as of the date this is going to be posted, September 30th, yesterday, September 29th, if you're a New Yorker watching this right now, then you would know exactly what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday was a giant, heavy rain coming down yesterday, heavy flooding, mass flooding everywhere. It was so bad to a point where cars turned into boats, essentially. Ubers were fucking skyrocketing in price. Like, it was ridiculous. And yesterday, I'm just going to talk about what I went through yesterday with that rain. I woke up around 7 o'clock in the morning. It was dark as hell in my room. I thought it was still like 5 in the morning, so I was going to go back to bed. Until I checked the time, 7 o'clock a.m. I was really confused. I was like, it's never usually this dark outside at 7. I looked outside my window, and you could probably guess what I saw. I saw so much rain. So much rain everywhere. I had to go take my dog out. I did. I was soaked, right? By the time I was outside at 7 o'clock, the water was already up to my like ankles, you know? It was was really bad rain. And the worst part is I still had to go to school. I don't know why I still had to go to school when this rain was absolutely ridiculous. Walking in the rain to school, my clothes were soaked, my backpack was soaked. I had a computer in my backpack. I was so scared that my computer was going to get absolutely demolished or just destroyed by water damage in the rain. It didn't, thank God, but I was soaked. I had an 1,000 IQ play, though. I had an 1,000 IQ play, which was me bringing fresh socks to school when my socks were wet. That was a good move, because nobody likes wet socks. Nobody likes wet socks. It sucks. It's cold as shit. And change socks, I was good. And for the entire school day, I was just kind of watching the window and shit. I was like looking out the window. Still raining for about the whole school day. Lunchtime, I was like checking in on like what's going on the news and stuff. They were talking about like massive damage across New York and like Connecticut and I think Jersey. It was really bad. The damages were really expensive. They're gonna fix it. You know, Wi-Fi was cut off and stuff. Worst of all, transportation was very, very limited. It was insane. By the time I was out of school, I saw so many people waiting at bus stops, trying to get home. It was really bad. Trains were suspended. From school, I take, like, the G. The G was suspended. As, like, I believe the 7 and the E were also suspended. I was talking to my friend about how he got to school and stuff. He said he took the train. The train, when he got off the train, off the 7 at one of his stops, the water was up to his knees. And I was in disbelief because I was like, I didn't think the rain was that bad until I saw other areas, and it wasn't looking good. I was very angry because a lot of people were trying to get home. A lot of people were kind of in danger in a way. Not really in danger, but like you get what I mean. Like it was kind of dangerous outside, and they still sending people to school because of this heavy rain. I just didn't understand at the time because it was really, really bad outside. And a lot of people were leaving school early. I probably was gonna leave. I wanted to leave early too, but I kind of had to stay the whole school day because it's school, and my parents do not want me skipping. Well, like, not skipping, but like, don't want me leaving early. But yeah, a lot of people are trying to get home by Uber. Ubers at the time were like $70-$80 just to go to like Brooklyn or deeper in Queens. And it was very, very dangerous, bad. It was terrible. I took an Uber home. Thank God it wasn't as bad by the time I got out of school. But it took one of my friends like 2 hours just to get home by bus, because buses were like trapped in some area in Queens because of all the water damage. And then like water was like leaking in the subways as well. It was so bad. Everybody, but a lot of people, even like the mayor and stuff, were like urging people to kind of stay indoors while the whole thing blows over. For a while, I didn't think it was gonna blow over because of the fact that the rain. It's been like 3 hours and the rain's already is still going. You know, it's bad. And some people didn't even notice it because of like they live in apartments. You know, like higher floors. It's hard to notice at that point, but on the ground, oh man, you're in a war zone. You're in a swimming pool. You're in a swimming pool. My friends were scared that they were gonna drown, or like they had to swim all the way home. It was really bad. Really bad. Schools kept people inside. It was not great. They're capitalizing on the rain. They're keeping everybody inside for school. It's like, and they're sending people home early. Why are you having a school day even though you're sending people home early during the rain? Teachers saw this, and like I spoke to a ton of teachers. They were all saying, I don't know why we're coming in today because of this crazy rain. We should have all stayed home because it's obviously not a day for school. I totally agreed, because this is bad for the community. I totally agreed that this wasn't a school day. I mean, people were soaked on the way here. Like, it was obviously not a day for school because transportation was sucking, right? Transportation sucked at the time. A lot of people weren't even getting to school, like at a good time. Like, some people were like an hour late because of transportation. And yeah, today the school should have just issued a no school day because of this rain, but they sent people to school anyways, knowing that there's heavy rain outside and mass floods. I got three flood notifications today. No, not today, yesterday, because of the heavy rain. And I was like, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody because it's like, how are we getting home? And we're not gonna get home until later because you decided that there's gonna be school on this day when you obviously saw that floods were taking over New York. And it was very annoying as well, because also at the time, I was thinking about taking Uber. I took an Uber home anyways. It was fine then. But before, highways were flooded. Local roads were flooded. There was like no way to get home. So I just didn't know what to do. I was looking up videos on social media platforms like X and Instagram. Schools were being flooded on the bottom floors. Basements were destroyed. You had cars looking like boats. Like, everything was discombobulated. It was wild. it was very hard to get around. It caused major traffic, so it kept the people waiting even longer for Ubers, and for people to pick, for other people like parents or whatever or friends to pick them up and leave. They weren't gonna leave because of all this water damage and traffic. And another thing I realized is that it's also good job with the elevation and stuff. That really worked out. But at the same time, you should take New York's kind of government kind of thing, right? They should take time before the situation got worse to kind of minimize the damage that the rain was going to do. I didn't even know that's possible. I'm just saying that's kind of something that they could have done, but they didn't do it. And whole day was wild. My friends didn't have to go to school because of the rain. Their school's smart. Because it was perfectly plausible that, well, not even plausible, it was perfectly clear that they got to stay home because of what's going on outside. Their school saw it, and that was a good idea. But the rest of the schools kept us going to school. Look, moral of the story, this was just terrible. Moral of the story is don't go to school when the rain is that bad, and stay safe. That is the most important thing you can do. Stay safe. And yeah, I think, you know what, after all that talk, I think that's a wrap for this episode. Thank all of y'all for watching the Diamond Experience, this episode of the Diamond Experience. This isn't even a short episode anymore. This is a longer episode. Thank you guys for sticking with me here and watching the video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and turn on that notification bell to be notified of all my future uploads. And now is the time where I leave. And thank you all for watching the Diamond Experience episode today. And I will see y'all in the next episode. And I will see you later, ladies and gentlemen.